So, okay, it's live, but I don't know if anyone's here yet, so I'm going to take a look.
Okay.
Something down. Oops. Okay, but I don't know if anyone's here yet, so I'm going to take a look.
Okay.
Something down. Got fly in here. Okay. Well, I'm gonna can't tell yet if anyone is, and I always do this, but I'm gonna just go ahead and let you be solo.
Okay.
And I'll be quiet. Oh, yeah, looks like 2 people might be watching.
Okay. So someone's here. All right. Well, then we will get started. Happy Wednesday. And we are going to do a yoga flow tonight. As always, Prof suggested a mat if you have it. If not, no big deal. Just grab something to put underneath your knees for anything we do on our hands and knees. It's nice to have padding. And if you have blocks or a couple of big books, if you want to use blocks or a couple of big books tonight, you can do that. If you don't, no big deal. We won't. It's not mandatory. Just recommended tonight. So tonight, actually, we are going to start seated. So find a comfortable seat, whatever that means for you. You can crisscross. You can take your legs out in front of you. You can bring the soles of your feet together. I feel like you can see my feet. I'm going to sit back just a little bit. You can bring the soles of your feet together. You can sit on your shins. These are just giving you lots of options today. You can sit on your shins. Anything you want to do. You can do something I didn't say too. So that. Once you find your comfortable seat, just close your eyes for a moment or soften your gaze. And notice how you're feeling. Notice your body. Notice your breath. We're not trying to change anything or manipulate anything at this point. We're just noticing. Notice where your mind is at. And see if you can let go of anything you had going on before you came to your mat or your yoga area, or wherever you are. And for the next hour, just see if you can be present, be patient with yourself. And if your mind starts to wander far away, and it might, mine usually does, but if it does, just bring it back. Be gentle, be nice to yourself. See if you can bring it back. And then when you feel ready, you're going to slowly exhale all of the air out. Inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, hold it in. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Return to your natural breath. Notice how you're feeling. And then when you feel ready, you're going to slowly blink your eyes open. And if you're sitting with your legs out or anything, if it feels okay to cross your legs, find a cross-legged seat. If not, just stay where you're at. We're going to do some side bending. So we're just getting into a position where you feel okay for that. If your knees say no, find a different position for your legs. So from here, you're going to take your right hand down to your right side. Left arm's going to reach up and over. Root down through your left hip. There it is. Root down through your left hip. Make some space in that left side. We're going to get into the side body a little bit today, a little bit of shoulders. See how it feels. I hope everybody's doing all right. Inhale, come all the way back up. And then exhale, left hand comes down, right arm reaches up and over. Same thing on the other side. So you're root down through that right hip. Just make some space. Don't go so far that your hip starts to pop up off the floor. Try to just make some space in that right side. Breathe. Inhale, come all the way back up. And then from here, take your hands out in front of you. Walk your hands forward. You're going to come into a forward fold over your legs. Drop your head. Notice the flow of your breath here. Notice how you're feeling. And then on your inhale, slowly come all the way back up. If your legs are crossed, switch the cross of your feet so your opposite foot comes in front. Again, sit up really super tall. And we're going to do the same thing one more time. So you're going to take your right hand down, left arm open over, side bend. Maybe roll your heart up towards the sky. Lengthen, root down through that left sit bone. Make some space. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, left hand comes down, right arm up and over. Root down, maybe roll your heart open towards the sky. Breathe, make some space, make it feel nice. And then again, inhale, come all the way back up. Bring your hands out in front of you, walk your hands forward. Come back into that fold. Over your legs. You can like just sway around a little bit here, side to side. You don't have to be perfectly still. Sometimes those little movements might feel good. So just notice what you need today. And then when you're ready, slowly come all the way back up. Good. And then from here, just before we get on hands and knees, come to Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together, knees out wide, like a butterfly. And start with your hands behind you. Sit up really super tall here. Lengthen out. And again, if you want to sway a little bit or rock your knees a little bit side to side, go for it. Just noticing hello to your inner thighs. And then again, you can stay here. The supported version with the hands behind you might feel good, especially for the beginning of class. But if you feel okay to bring your hands in front of you, lengthen, and maybe fold just for a moment, go for it. Again, if you want to move a little bit here, you can. Notice your breath. Notice how you're feeling. So we're really just getting into the body, trying to work out all the little kinks. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Use your hands here. Bring your hands to the outsides of your knees. Bring your knees together, and let's come on to hands and knees. So take your time here. Hands are going to come underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We're going to cat cow a couple times. So inhale, you're going to arch your spine and look up. Exhale, round and drop your head. And then just keep going just a couple times. Inhaling and exhaling. Noticing the movement through your spine. Notice where you feel it. Modifying as you need to. Nice yourself here. And then on your next inhale, come back to a flat back. Again, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Inhale, you're going to take your right arm up toward the sky. So you're opening up through that right arm. And then exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left. You're going to come down to or towards your right shoulder here. Take a breath here. You can keep your left hand where it's at. If you want to take it up or wrap it around or take it up toward the top of your mat, it's up to you. Think about sending your hips back here so you've got a lot of space in your spine. And breathe. Notice how this feels. Notice your breath. And then when you feel ready, slowly slide your left hand back underneath your shoulder. Inhale, you're going to press into your left hand. Right arm's going to reach up towards the sky, so you're opening back up. And then exhale, right hand comes down. Square everything off. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So take your time here. Inhale, left arm's going to reach up towards the sky. So you're opening up. And then exhale, thread your left arm underneath your right. Come down to or towards that left shoulder. Again, hips slide back. So that way you have lots of space here in your spine. Right hand can stay where it's at. You can wrap around. You can reach it up towards the top of your mat. Breathe. Notice how it feels on this side. No strain in the neck. So if you're feeling this a lot in your neck, back off a little bit. Just feel this in your shoulder, your upper back. A little bit of a twist here. And then when you feel ready again, take your time. Right hand's going to slide back underneath your shoulder. You're going to press into your right hand. Open that left arm up towards the sky. And then exhale, right hand comes down. Squaring everything off. You either take your hips back toward your heels for child's pose or tuck your toes, press yourself back. Downward facing dog. Couple of breaths. Notice your breath. Notice how you're feeling. And then taking your time here, on your next inhale, you're going to slowly step your right foot forward between your hands. Take your time, bring your left knee down to the floor. We're going to come up into a low lunge, so hands can stay low. You can bring them onto your thigh. Or if it feels okay, we're going to come into cactus arms today instead of going all the way up. Tailbone's going to come down, low belly lift, so you have a nice support through your core. Hands come out like a cactus or goalpost, depending on what you connect with there. And then on your inhale, heart's going to open a little bit. And then exhale, you're going to bring your forearms in towards each other. Inhale, open up your arms. Exhale, forearms come in towards each other. Inhaling, open. Exhale to close. Let's do two more. Inhale, open. So you feel that movement in your shoulders. Exhale to close. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale and close. Then inhale, reach your arms all the way up, if that feels okay. Exhale, hands are going to come down. And step yourself back. Again, come back into your down dog or hips to heels for child's pose. Take your time here, no rush. Long, deep breath. And then let's do the left side. So on your next inhale, step your left foot forward between your hands. Bring your right knee down to the floor. And then again, hands can stay low. Bring it to your thigh, or if it feels okay today, cactus arms. So tailbone comes down, low belly lifts. And then inhale again, you're going to open just a little bit. Exhale, forearms together. Inhale, open. Exhale together. Try to maintain that support in your core. Keep going. Inhale to open. Exhale again as you move. Inhale to open. Exhale together. Might help with balance a little bit. Inhale. And exhale. Then on your next inhale, if it feels okay, take your arms straight up towards the sky. Open up. And then exhale, hands are going to come down. And again, we're going to step it back, downward facing dog or child's pose. Choose the one that feels best. Notice your breath. Notice how you're feeling. Notice where your mind is at. Okay, and then on your next inhale, we're going to slide forward into a plank or a kneeling plank. And then exhale, we're going to slide back down, dog or child's pose. So just follow your breath here. So if I'm moving too fast or too slow for you, follow your breath. So inhaling into your plank or your kneeling plank. And exhaling back down, dog or child's pose. Show you what it looks like from child's pose. Inhaling forward. And exhaling back. Do one more. And then on your next inhale, take your time. You're going to come forward into your plank or your kneeling plank. And then exhale, lower all the way down onto your stomach. Take your time here, you guys. No rush. Get long in your legs. Notice how you're feeling. And then press the tops of your feet down into the floor and inhale, little baby cobra. So not very high. Even lift your fingertips off the floor. And then exhale, lower down. Inhaling, coming up maybe just a little bit higher. That feels okay. Shoulders away from your ears. heart's reaching towards the front of the mat. Exhale, lower down. One more time, inhale and coming up. You can stay small, you can go up a little bit higher. You can make it a big cobra if you want to. Shoulders away from your ears, heart reaches forward. Exhale, press yourself back downward facing dog or child's pose. Take your time. Take a moment here, notice your breath. And then on your next inhale, take your time. You're going to slowly step your right foot forward. Follow it with your left. Come into your forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale and fold. Inhale, press into your feet, come all the way up, reach your arms up overhead, open up. Exhale, hands come into your heart. So pause here, take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. And before we begin moving, think about setting an intention for your practice. So notice where you're at today, notice what you need today, notice how you're feeling. And then on your next inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward, forward, forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, come about halfway up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, press into your feet, come all the way up, reach your arms up overhead, open up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Feeling it in. One more time. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward. Inhale, press into your feet, come all the way up, arms reach up. Open it up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Good. One more time. Inhale. We're going to add on this time. Exhale, dive forward, forward, fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. You're going to plant your hands and step your left foot back. Move back into your lunge. Again, bring your back knee down to the floor. And inhale, arms open up. Exhale, bring your arms out in front of you. You're going to hook your thumbs. So you're making like butterfly hands. Take your shoulders down away from your ears. And then again, inhale, arms reach up. Try to break that chain between your thumbs. As you take your tailbone down, low belly lift, take a deep inhale here. And then exhale, release your hands. Step yourself back. We're going to go back into down dog or child's pose. Take your time. On your next inhale, slide forward into a plank or a kneeling plank. And exhale, lower yourself down. Then inhale into your cobra. Roll your shoulders back, open up your heart, reach your heart way forward. And then exhale, press yourself back, downward facing dog or child's pose. Take a breath. Then on your next inhale, take your time. You're going to slowly step your left foot forward between your feet. Bring your back knee down to the floor. Again, take your time here. So if I'm moving too fast or too slow for you, go with your breath. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bring your arms out in front of you. You're going to hook your thumbs maybe the weird way so the non-habitual thumb is on top. If you can't figure it out, don't worry about it. Shoulders away from your ears. And then inhale, arms reach up. Good. So again, you're trying to break that chain between your thumbs. As you reach up here, tailbone lengthens down. Fingertips reach like they're reaching towards the sky. And then exhale, release your hands, bring them down to the floor. Tuck your back toes under. Step your back foot forward, come back into your foot. Inhale, arm halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. There we go. Inhale, press into your feet, come all the way up. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come down. And one more time like that. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, dive forward, forward, fold. So you're just moving with your breath. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Plant your hands, step your right foot back this time. Bring your right knee to the floor. Take your time. Inhale, stay low or arms are going to reach up. Exhale, hands come out in front of you. And hook your thumbs, slide your shoulders back into their sockets. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, release your hands down. Slow and steady. Good. Slowly step yourself back downward facing dog. Take a breath or two. And then on your next inhale, slide forward into a plank or a kneeling plank. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your stomach. Inhale, roll through into your cobra. Roll your shoulders back, open it up. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Or child's pose. Again, take a long deep breath. And then on your inhale, slowly step your right foot forward. Take your time. Back knee is gonna come down. Inhale, take your time, arms are gonna reach out. Exhale, reach your arms out in front of you so you're looking at your hands. Hook your thumbs the weird way. Roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Inhale, arms reach out. Open it up. Try to break that chain between your thumbs. And then exhale, release your hands down to the floor. Tuck your back toes under. Take your time, step your left foot forward to meet your right foot. Come back into your fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into your feet, come all the way up. Arms up overhead, open up. Exhale, hands from the heart. Take a deep inhale here. And a deep exhale. Notice where your mind is at. Notice how you're feeling. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and we're going to side bend over to the right. So root down into that left foot, make some space. Inhale, come back to center. Switch your hands and then go the other way. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hinge forward and fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, and on your inhale, you're going to step your right foot back. So your left foot is forward. I'm doing this on purpose. Bring your back knee down to the floor. Inhale, normal low lunge. Tailbone comes down, low belly lifts. Open up your heart. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Step your left foot back. This time we're going to come right back into our plank or kneeling plank, or you can skip it. You can always skip this part. Exhale, lower down. Inhaling into your cobra or your upward facing dog. Take your time, open up your heart. Exhale back, downward facing dog or child's pose. Just a couple of breaths. Then on your inhale, take your time. You're going to take your right leg up behind you. And exhale, slowly step your right foot all the way forward between your hands. Anchor down your back heel, and we're going to come up into warrior two. So arms come out into a T. Front heel is going to line up with the arch of your back foot, kind of. And breathe here. Long, deep breaths. On your inhale, take your arms up overhead. You're going to bend your right elbow. So your elbow that's facing your right knee. Bend your right elbow. Catch your right elbow with your left hand. And breathe here. So you're doing this weird thing with your arms. So while you're doing that, don't forget about your legs. Don't let that right knee drop in. Keep pressing it out. Keep that back leg strong. And then take your low ribs and knit them in just a little bit so you still have that core support. Notice your breath here. And then if it feels okay, if you feel like you can't breathe, you can let this go. But if it feels okay, we're going to keep this and move it into reverse warrior. So it's going to be a little movement. So it's just like imagine that you're taking the left hand back to your left leg and reaching your right arm up towards the sky. And so there's a little side bend there. If this kills your back, bring your left hand down to your left leg. So you have that support. Be nice to yourself. Take a breath. And then exhale, unwind your arms, come back into warrior two. Good. Bring your right elbow down to your right thigh. Take your left arm up and over and do big circles. So we're in side angle, doing big circles with that left arm. Saying hello to your left shoulder. And then switch and go the other way. And then inhale, come all the way back. Straighten your right leg. Last thing we're going to do here, reach way forward with your right hand. Bring your right hand down, shin blocker floor. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. And lengthen out here. Make some space. Feel your right side, feel your left side. Feel your breath. And inhale, bend your front knee, come back into your warrior two. Exhale, you're going to cartwheel your hands down onto the floor. Pop up onto the ball of your back foot, and then step your left foot forward to meet your right foot. Come back into your fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale. Dangle here for just a couple breaths. Little bend in those knees if you want to. You can sway. You can interlace your fingers behind your back. That might feel good here. You can come up and over. And grab up opposite elbows. And just let your hands hang. Give yourself like 3 more breaths here, depending on the length of your breath. And then when you're done with your 3rd breath, on your next inhale, little bend in your knees, you're going to slowly roll yourself all the way up to stand. Roll your shoulders back once you get up. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart. Take a deep inhale here. And a deep exhale. Good inhale, arms reach up. Your exhale, grab your right wrist with your left hand. You're going to side bend over to the left. Lengthen out the right side. Make some space. Inhale, come back to center. Switch your hands and then go the other way. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, dive forward, forward, forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. You're going to plant your hands and step your left foot back. So your right foot's forward, left foot's back. You're going to bring your left knee down to the floor. Inhale, arms reach up. Tailbone comes down, little belly, let's open up your heart. Exhale, hands are going to come down. So you're either going to step it right back into your plank or you can skip it and go right back into your downward facing dog or your child's pose. So if you're in your plank, exhale, you're going to lower down. Inhaling into your cobra or your upward facing dog, open up your heart. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog or child's pose is where we will all meet. Take a deep breath here. And then on your next inhale, take your time. You're going to take your left leg up behind you. Exhale, step your left foot forward between your hands. Anchor down your back heel, and we're going to move it into warrior 2. So again, take a moment, set it up, set up your feet. Front heel is going to kind of line up with the arch of your back foot. Notice your breath. Notice how you're feeling. And then on your next inhale, you're going to take your arms up and overhead. You're going to bend your left elbow, so your front elbow. Reach up, grab your left elbow with your right hand. And notice here, I guess for me, since I'm the only one in this room, for me, I have a tendency to kind of let go of everything else when I'm focusing on my shoulders. So see if you can really notice your legs. Keep that left knee bending right on top of your ankle. Keep your low ribs knitting in, so that way you still have that support. You're still supported in the pose. You're just opening your front tricep. And then again, stay here, or if you want to bring your right hand back to your right leg for this one, you can. We're going to move it into proud warrior or reverse your warrior. So what you're going to do is just imagine your right hand going back to your right leg, and then reaching your left arm up towards the sky. There's a little side bend that happens here in the left side. And again, if you want to bring that right hand down, you can. Be nice to yourself here, where you can keep it up. Take another breath. And then inhale, come back up. Unwind your arms, come back into your warrior 2. Fun arm variations, right? Notice your breath. And then exhale, bring your left forearm down to your left thigh. Right arm's going to do big circles. Big circles. Notice the flow of your breath. Notice how you feel here. If you want to let go of your head a little bit, you can get into the side of the neck. Yeah, sometimes that feels good. Switch and go the other way. Feel yourself supported. Feel your tailbone still lengthening toward your back heel. Then on your next inhale, you're going to take your right arm back up toward the ceiling. And then inhale, come all the way back up, warrior 2. Straighten your front leg. Reach way forward. We're going to move it into triangle pose. So left hand comes down, shin blocker floor. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Breathe. Feel both sides of your body. Feel the flow of your breath. Notice how you're feeling here. Notice where your mind is at. And then on your next inhale, take your time. You're going to bend your front knee, come back into warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down onto the floor. Pop it up onto the ball of your back foot. And then step your right foot forward to meet your left foot. Come back into your fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Again, dangle here. If you want to hook your big toes with your first two peace fingers, you can, or slide the palms of your hands underneath the soles of your feet. That feels good. If that sounds like crazy talk, just choose a different variation. You can hang, you can grab opposite elbows, you can interlace. Do what you need to do today, you guys. Anything you want to do. Take one more long deep breath here. And then on your next inhale, you're going to put a little bend in your knees, and slowly, again, take your time. You're going to roll yourself all the way up to stand. Once you reach the top, roll your shoulders back. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart. Find your center. Find your breath. All right, from here, inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward, forward, hold. So we're going to get a little bit more into the side body, a little bit more into the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, and on your inhale, step your right foot back. Kind of the same, but different. This time we're going to stay on the ball of the back foot and come all the way up. High lunge on your left side. Tailbone comes down, low belly lifts. Take a breath here. And then, again, if it feels okay, you're going to take your arms out like cactus arms. We're just going to do this once. Inhale, heart opens up. Exhale, forearms come together and you round. Inhale, heart opens up. Reach your arms straight up towards the sky. Make some space. And then exhale. Take your time. Hands here. Going to come down to the floor. And then step it back. Make your choice. You can go right back into down dog or child's pose, or if you want to flow, you can exhale and lower down. Inhaling into your cobra or up dog. Roll your shoulders back. Open up your heart. And then exhale, press it back downward facing dog or child's pose. Take a deep breath here. And then on your next inhale, you're going to slowly take your right leg up behind you. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. Anchor down your back heel. Let's come back up. Warrior two. Here we are again. Good. So you're rooting down through your feet, lengthening out. And then on your inhale, take your back hand back to your back leg, right arm reaches up towards the sky. Regular proud warrior. Should feel a little nice. And then exhale, side angle pose. Let's do that 2 more times. So on your inhale, you're going to sweep your left hand back to your left leg. Right arm's going to sweep up and over your ear. Exhale, right elbow down to the right thigh, left arm up and over. One more. Inhaling. Proud warrior. Exhaling, side angle pose. And then pause here. Take a breath. And then on your inhale, you're going to straighten your right leg. Right hand's going to come down, shin blocker floor. If it feels okay to keep your left arm reaching up and over your ear, you can. If that feels bad on your back, take it up towards the sky. Now, if you want to here, and this is just for today, if you want to, you can start to bend just a little bit more into kind of a side stretch. So normally in triangle pose, I'm going to emphasize this, we really try to keep both sides of the body the same lengths, but we can get that long length of the spine. But just for today, we're trying to make a little bit more space in that left side, the left side of the ribs. So we're just going to side bend maybe just a little bit more if you want to. If this feels bad on your back or your side or anything else, just skip it. Don't do it. Normal triangle. Take a long deep breath here. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Bend your front knee and back into your warrior two. Ooh. Feel the space in your left side. Straighten your front leg. Parallel your feet. Okay, so from here, feet are going to come parallel. Bring your hands to your hips just for a moment to set it up. Take your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, open your heart up towards the sky. And then exhale, dive forward, forward. Take a breath here. Let your head fall down towards the floor. Tailbone lengthens up towards the ceiling. And we're gonna move into kind of a twisty variation on this pose. So if you don't get it the first time, it's no big deal. We'll do it again on the second side. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your left hand. Your left hand's gonna reach over and find your right shin or thigh or wherever it reaches. So left hand's gonna find your right shin, thigh, or wherever it reaches. You're gonna twist your upper body so your chest and your heart are facing your left leg. So you're using your left hand just a little bit to pull yourself towards your left leg. And then that right hand, start to reach it forward away from the right leg. So you're making space in that right side as you turn your heart towards the right leg. I don't know if that makes any sense, but right hand is reaching away from you. Left arm is pulling you towards your right leg. You're turning toward your right leg, reaching your right arm away. And again, if this doesn't make sense, don't worry, we'll do it on the second side. Keep your hips pressing back, take another breath. And then exhale, come back to center. Let that go. We're gonna do side two, so we'll do both sides next time too. So what you're gonna do, side two, get long in your spine, take your right hand's gonna reach over toward your left shin. So once your right hand grabs your your left leg, once your right hand grabs your left leg, you're gonna turn just a little bit towards your left leg. So your heart is facing your left leg. Left hand's gonna reach out way in front of you. So it's reaching away from you as you spin your heart towards your left leg. Breathe. Reach your left hand away, spin towards your left leg. Long deep breaths. And if you don't feel anything here, just pretend like you do. Or pretend like it makes sense. Take another breath. And then exhale, release yourself, come back into the center, come back to center. Inhale, come about halfway up. Exhale, fold. Take an extra breath here in your fold. And then walk your hands around towards your right leg. Last thing here, you're gonna hop your back foot in just a little bit, straighten your right leg and fold. Let's give that back of the leg a moment. We haven't really gotten much into the hamstrings today. You just don't want it to cramp up on you. Give yourself a breath here. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Put a little bend in that right knee. Step your left foot forward. Come back into your fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into your feet. Come all the way up. Reach your arms up overhead. Open up. Ooh, exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Feel your right side here. Feel your left side. Notice how you're feeling. Notice where your mind goes when things get weird or difficult. We do that in the safe space of our mat. So that way, when we notice our snap reactions, we can bring that awareness into the world. That's where it gets interesting. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Okay, so you're going to step your left foot back. Stay on the ball of your back foot and come all the way up, high lunge. Seems like a long time ago, doesn't it? But we were here. So bring your arms down like cactus arms. Just one time here. You're going to inhale, open up your heart. And exhale, forearms come in towards each other, round a little bit. But inhale, open it back up. And reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Options here are to flow through your plank or to skip it and go right back into your down dog or your child's pose. So if you're flowing on your exhale, you lower down. Inhale into your cobra or your upward facing dog. Open up your heart. And exhale to press it back, downward facing dog or child's pose. Take your time. Take a long deep breath. And then on your next inhale, take your time. You're going to take your left leg towards the sky. Exhale, step your left foot forward between your hands. So anchor down your back heel. We're going to come back into warrior two. So give yourself a breath here. Find your feet. Notice how you're feeling. And then inhale, take your right hand back to your right leg. Reach your left arm up towards the sky. Take a breath. And then exhale, side angle pose, elbow to thigh. Take your arm up and over your ear if that feels okay. If it doesn't feel like you can breathe here, take it up towards the ceiling. Take a breath. Now we're gonna flow it 2 times. So inhale, right hand comes back, left arm reaches up and over. Exhale, side angle pose, elbow to thigh, right arm reaches up and over. So one more time, inhale, right hand back, left arm up and over. Exhale, side angle pose. Good, pause here, take a breath. And then on your next inhale, you're gonna straighten your left leg. Left hand comes down, shin blocker floor. Right hand can stay up and over your ear, but again, if you feel this in your back or if you're feeling it in a bad way, take your hand back up towards the sky. No back pain. You'll breathe. And again, you can stay, or if you want to move it a little bit further into that side bend, you can, but only so far that you feel it and you're not starting to take it into your back. Breathe. And then this is just for today. Just for today, because normally we try to keep the left side just as long as the right. Just really trying to get into that left, or I'm sorry, right side. So there. Take a long deep breath. And then on your next inhale, you bend your front knee. Come all the way back up. Come back into your warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Bring your hands onto your hips to set it up. And then inhale, heart opens up. Exhale, fold forward. Feel both of your feet on the floor. Feel your breath. So we're going to do that twist again. If that doesn't feel good to you, you can just hang out in your forward fold too. If you feel like you can't breathe, that feels terrible, you don't have to do it. Remember, listen to your body. It's very, very smart. So if you want to, you're going to take your left hand, reach it over to your right leg. So you're going to use your left hand, twist your body toward your right leg. It's just a little twist. And then right hand's going to reach away from you. So it's reaching out away from your right toes. As you twist and reach, twist and reach, twist and reach. Keep sending that left hip back. It's going to want to come with you. Don't let it. Take another breath. And then exhale, come back to center. Good, same other side. So right hand's going to reach underneath you. You're going to use your right hand to twist you toward your left leg. So upper body and heart is facing your left leg. Right hip sending back, and the left fingertips crawl forward away from you. So you're making space, space, lots and lots of space. Breathe. Long, deep breaths. Notice how this pose makes you feel. And then exhale, release and come back to center. Once you get back to center, inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold it forward. Hang out here for a breath or two. Notice how you're feeling. And then when you feel ready, you're going to slowly start to walk yourself towards your left leg. Turn your left toes towards the front of your mat. Hop your right foot in just a little bit. Straighten that left leg and fold. It's getting in your hamstrings a little bit. Long, deep breaths. Notice where your mind's at. Notice how you're feeling. And then exhale, a little bend in that front knee. Step your right foot forward to meet your left. Come back into your fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into your feet. Come all the way up, reach your arms up overhead. Open up. Exhale, hands come to heart. And so again, feel your right side. Feel your left side. Feel a little more even now. And then inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, dive forward, forward, forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Plant your hands. Let's step it right back. Go right back into your downward facing dog or your child's pose. If you're a person that likes to flow in between, you can flow here if you want to. Make it yours. Add, subtract, do what you need to do. So from here, we're going to move it into a hip opener. So your options are to come forward into single pigeon, which is taking your right shin forward. Right foot is going to be flexed. And you can take that left foot, slide it back. Make sure your right foot stays flexed. Make sure there's no pain in your knee here. Square off your hips. Right hip slides back, left hip slides forward. You can stay upright here or start to fold forward over your right leg. Now, I know that doesn't work for knees or hips sometimes, or some days. You know, if it works some days, maybe it doesn't work other days. If you want to, you come down onto your back, flex your right foot, and cross your right ankle over your left knee. You have your option to stay here or to hug your left knee in towards you. And breathe. So whichever variation you're in, just breathe into it. Enjoy. And if you're somebody who always chooses single pigeon, if you want to try recline today, some days it feels nice to stay on your back and just breathe. So make the choice of whichever one feels best to you. Take a few breaths here in your pigeon. Don't move. Just take a couple breaths. Notice where your mind is at. Notice how you're feeling. And give yourself one more long deep breath wherever you are. And then when you're ready, you're going to slowly come out of this side. So if you're in the single pigeon version, you can slowly step yourself back into your down dog or your child's pose. If you want to take your leg up in the air and shake it out, you know, do whatever you have to do in between sides. Turn your back, you know, want to shake it out or stretch out. Do that. And then again, when you're ready, take your time. You're going to come into the same variation on the other side. So single pigeon, left shin comes forward. Make sure to flex that left foot and square off your hips before you start to walk yourself forward if you want to walk yourself forward. Make sure that left hip is sliding back, right hip slides forward so you have nice support. There. If you're on your back, flex your left foot, cross your left ankle over your right thigh, and stay or hug it in. And stay with the variation that works for you. One side is going to feel different than the other. Modify for your left side as you need to. Send some love to that left hip. Breathe. And notice where your mind is at. Notice how you're feeling. Give yourself 2 or 3 more breaths here. See if you can relax your shoulders and your jaw. And then when you feel ready again, you're going to slowly come out of this side. Unwind. Again, if you're in your single pigeon and you want to move through down dog, or shake your leg out, or if you want to blow one more time, go for it. Turn your back, stretch out. And take your time. We're all going to meet in a seated position. So if you're on your back, roll yourself up. If you're in your down dog, come down. Or if you're in your child's pose, you know how to get to a seated position. So from here, we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold, everybody's favorite pose. If you hate this pose a lot, it might be nice to do it with your back up against the wall so you have that support. And you can also bend your knees, flex your feet, do what you need to do so you feel grounded. And it may take a while to feel grounded. If you don't feel grounded today, it's okay. You don't have to. So flex your feet up towards the sky. Lengthen your spine here. Notice how you're feeling. And then you can stay. This might be plenty. Or if you want to, if your body says it's okay, if you want to start to walk yourself forward, coming into a forward fold here, you can do that too. If you have a block or a couple blocks, you can put your head on your blocks for a different level. Or you can just hang out here, just a few breaths. Notice your shoulders, notice your jaw. See if you can relax through your face. Just trying to slow everything down. And then on your next inhale, take your time. You're gonna walk yourself all the way back up. And bring your left forearm down, either on top of your shin, or if you want to bring it to the inside of your shin, you can. Left, same arm, same leg. So left forearm, left leg. Right arm is gonna open up towards the sky. Open it up. Start there. Feel the space. Think about opening your heart up towards the ceiling. And then you can stay. You can reach your right arm up and over. Again, opening up, or you can bring your right hand to the back of the head and breathe. Notice how you feel. Keep opening up your heart, keep breathing. Again, really getting into that side body. Notice how you feel. Notice the flow of your breath. Your right hip's probably going to pop up. You don't have to force it down. You can just let it. No big deal. Take one more long deep breath. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Take your time here. Find your center. And then same other side. So right hand's going to come down to your right shin or to the floor. Wherever it falls. Left arm opens up towards the sky. Start by opening your heart up. And then again, you can stay. You can bring your left hand to the back of the head. You can reach your left arm up and over. Choose the variation that feels best in your body. Sometimes deeper isn't always better. I find if I fold right into it, I might miss the spot that needs to be stretched today. So sometimes just backing off a little bit might feel better for you. So notice how you feel. Take one more long deep breath here. And then on your inhale, come all the way back up. Use your hands, bring your hands to the outsides of your legs. Slowly bring the soles of your feet together, knees out wide. One more time. Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. You're going to sit up really super tall here, lengthen your spine. You can stay, or if you want to hinge forward and fold, go for it. See if you can soften a little bit here. No need to force, no need to get rigid. See if you can soften. And then take your time on your inhale, come all the way back up. Use your hands, bring your knees back together. And you're gonna slowly make your way all the way back onto your back. We're gonna move through bridge pose. Today might be a nice day for supported bridge. If you have a block or a couple of books, I will show it to you. You don't have to. I'll walk you through regular bridge too, but if you wanna do supported, I'll show you supported. So you can either Press into your feet, lift your hips, come right up into your bridge, or if you have your block, I'm going to take it on the lowest or second lowest setting, slide it underneath your hips so you feel nice and supported, and you can just rest onto your block. If you don't have your block, don't worry, I'll talk you through it. Taking a couple breaths here, lifting your hips, breathing. Feel that space in your spine. Feel the space in the front body. And then exhale. If you're in a supported variation with a block underneath your hips, you can stay. But if you're in unsupported, slowly lower down. Let your hips settle. The back of your head settle. Let your face soften. And then again, if you're in supported, stay. If you're unsupported, you're going to support yourself. Press into your feet, lift your hips. Come back up into your bridge. Open up. Feel that space you're creating in your front body. We didn't get too much into the front body today. So just notice how it feels. Might feel kind of nice. And then exhale again, release and lower down. Exhale. We're going to do one more. So again, if you're in the variation with the block underneath your hips, you can stay. One more. Here we go. Last one. Press into your feet, lift your hips, come back up into your bridge. Let's make some space here. Open it up. And then exhale, release and lower down. If you're in supported bridge and you want to, we're going to take our feet straight up towards the ceiling. Everybody. So if your hips are on the floor or if your hips are on the block, if you want to take your feet straight up towards the ceiling with your hips on the block or the books or whatever you got there, you can do that. Or hips on the floor, feet straight up towards the ceiling. Same thing. It's a mild inversion here. If you have another inversion practice, there's something you like to do where you get upside down, go for it. You can also do this with your legs on the wall. It's a very, very nice pose. And if you want to stay here for Shavasana, if you want to go to a wall, put your legs up the wall and stay there for Shavasana, you can. For fun relaxation, you can. That might feel nice. It's a good one to do for circulation, for digestion. If you have a stressful day, or week, or hour, it's a good one to do for that. So wherever you are, give yourself another breath here. And then when you're ready, you can stay if you want to, as always. We'll make this work for you. Or if you're ready to move into your final relaxation, any props you want to use, go for it. Get really comfortable. And give yourself a moment here. Let your feet fall out. Let your shoulders drop down. Feel yourself melting down into the floor. And then one more time, notice your breath. And slowly exhale all of the air out. Inhale, fill all the way up. Hold it in once you reach the top. And then open your mouth and sigh it out. Do that again. Inhale, fill all the way up. Hold it in. And big sigh out, let it go. One more time. Inhale, fill all the way up. Hold it in. And big sigh out, let it go. Return to your natural breath. Feel your whole body melting down, letting go. And staying here for as long as you have, for as long as you want to. When you feel ready, take your time. Maybe start by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe stretch up through your arms, stretch down through your legs, get really long. And then slowly bring your knees up into your chest. Roll all the way over onto your right or left side. And use your hands to come up. Seated. Finding your comfortable seat. Noticing your breath. Remembering your intention. Noticing where your mind is at. Sometimes the physical movement can help to slow down our minds and to help us to get a little bit better perspective on what's going on in our lives and in the world. And so just allowing yourself to bask in that peace, bask in that presence, and using this practice as a way of bringing yourself back into the world so you can be present, so you can be loving, so you can be light. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight, and I will be back on Monday at 5:30. Thank you.